You can help us win the race to extinction by sponsoring a dog or a cat, which goes a long way towards the expense of food, medicine, vet care, and pens. The focus of the Cheetah Conservation Fund's multifaceted, holistic conservation approach is so that ecology, biology, science, and zoology students and humans of any walk of life can join the CCF mission conducting international research, conservation, and education programs to ensure the research of the cheetah for future generations to come. So I'm looking for individuals that want to help save the cheetah and our planet from extinction. Do you want to help support that, or do you know anybody who wants to join us on our mission? We can take a few questions if anybody has questions. I do. Let's start up here. Okay.
First, with genetic inbreeding, when you get a population that diminishes like that, what are the physical effects that you see in those genetically weak animals?
So with cheetahs, a lot of times it's sperm abnormalities is a big issue. And it hasn't seemed to vastly affect their reproduction in the wild. There's also some other physical abnormalities that happen. They have two major genetic bottlenecks in their population history. So a lot of other abnormalities we see with cheetahs is the kink of tail, so that last vertebra of their tail is usually like 90 degrees. And they also have some dental issues where their, what are those called, carnassials, where their inside their teeth go through the roof of their mouth. So they don't line up quite right. So they do have a lot of dental issues, sperm issues, and then that kink tail is something that we see a lot as well.
So then they're not as fit to survive.
Yeah.
What is their prey when they're not eating goats?
Their favorite prey is springbok. So medium-sized antelope is usually what they go for. But they have a wide range, and so coalitions of cheetahs or brothers that stay together in the wild there's some crazy videos online of them hunting ostrich, larger species. They've gone for kudu before, but it's pretty risky for them. They're not very big, they're about 100 pounds. So small antelope is their ideal prey.
Last question. I know that here in Colorado, people who have sheep or llamas or other hybrid animals, they'll use the Anatola big dogs. But I was thinking that in Africa, maybe you would use Ridgeback, which have traditionally been sort of like a lion protector, not cheetah. Do you see anybody using the Ridgeback?
There are other cheetah conservation focused organizations, for example in Botswana, and they're not actually using bred dogs, they're using dogs from the local community, and they're just vetting them for the right temperament and make sure that they're not going to chase the livestock or turn on the livestock, and they're going to bond with the livestock, so they're using rescue dogs. But in terms of the volume that CCF is doing, the breeding program and the choice of that dog breed is historically they go back with livestock and protecting livestock, so it's in their genetics. So they're more naturally prone to do that than say the Ridgeback.
Thank you.
Good questions. What was your question?
I have a few as well. With cheetahs that are getting trafficked, is that mostly because people want them for pets, or what are they taking them for? Or is it like bush meats, or?
It's pets. It's to establish status in society. You know, the old age kings who bring in cheetahs because they think they make good pets.
My other question had to do with the different. I noticed when you showed like the different populations around Africa, there were a lot of isolated ones. And you said there were only 43 in Iran?
50.
50 in Iran. Because their population is so small, is there really any genetic, like, there's not going to be genetic diversity to really carry it on. So are you guys projecting that the Asiatic cheetahs are just going to be gone and we can't really save them, or is there still hope for them?
There's actually something interesting going on in Iran now. There is a conservation group that's working to preserve the remaining Asiatic cheetahs and get their breeding population back up. But there was actually an issue with the Iranian government where they all got arrested for using camera traps, and many of them have been in jail for over a year now. So their efforts have been halted in Iran, and it's getting more and more media attention. There's actually a petition you can sign with IUCN, and they're trying to get them out of prison because they were using camera traps and the government thought they were spying. So it's been an issue over there. It's causing problems with the conservation of the remaining Asiatic cheetahs. It's worth digging into online. It's really sad. Really sad.
Are there several different subspecies of cheetahs with the different isolated populations, or are they still the same?
There are subspecies, so there's Southern African cheetah, there's Eastern African cheetah, and then there's the Asiatic cheetah, and I forget, there might be another one, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. But there are subspecies that I don't think they're vastly different in terms of genetics. So it's when they would be able to interbreed and everything like that.
Do you guys ever take cheetahs from a different population and introduce them just to keep the genetics more mixed up?
We do that within Namibia, and there's actually a lot of restrictions about exporting carnivores outside of Namibia, and rightly so because of the trade, and they can monitor it much closely. So we're not able to bring cheetahs outside of Namibia at this point, but it is something I think CCF is working on in the long term, because we do have a lot of cheetahs, and they do require large home ranges, so if we can get into other countries in Africa, that would be ideal with that population.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yes.
With the dogs, do the farmers buy them from you and then they get to keep them the rest of their life, right? Is that how it works?
They
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
They pay in a small stipend just to, when we first originated the program, we were giving them away. But in Namibia, they do not treat animals the way that we do.
Yeah.
So we found that by vesting into the dogs just a little bit, it gave them ownership. And so we still go out from farm to farm to farm just for the welfare of the dogs, but there is a small stipend.
That was my next question, is if you do a welfare check and see if they're treating them correctly and everything.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
That was my question for you. Oh wait, just kidding. I knew I had more than one, but it went away, so it returned. Since you are doing the illegal wildlife trafficking, helping with that, I know you obviously you're focusing mostly on cheetahs, but have you helped in African wild dogs now? But is there any other, is your goal to do more animals as you?
Our primary goal has always been cheetahs. So moving into African wild dogs is something very special for us. So branching out into anything more than that would be wild, but you never know. Great questions. Anyone else? Well, thank you so much for your time.